Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the AL-DIRIYAH corvette launch ceremony live from the Navantia shipyard in San Fernando. We would like to extend our welcome both to the civilian and military dignitaries here present today in San Fernando and to our Saudi friends who will be following the event 5,000 kilometers away. Good afternoon to everyone in Riyadh. Before we take this launch ceremony any further, allow me to welcome the Commander of the Royal Saudi Naval Force, His Excellency Vice Admiral Fahad bin Abdullah Al Khufayli. Welcome, sir. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask for a few moments' silence as we listen to a selection of verses from the Holy Quran recited by Lieutenant Tariq Hussein Al-Kharbi of the Royal Saudi Naval Force. Whenever you're ready, Lieutenant. Kike.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وهو الذي سخر البحر لتأكلوا منه لحما طريا وتستخرجوا منه حلية تلبسونها وترى الفلك مواخر فيه ولتبتغوا من فضله ولعلكم تشكرون وألقى في الأرض رواسي أن تبيد بكم وأنهارا وسبلا لعلكم تهتدون وعلامات وبالنجم هم يهتدون صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you very much indeed. Now we would ask our attendees, that's all of you, ladies and gentlemen, to please stand as we listen to both the Saudi Arabian and the Spanish national anthems. First, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be listening to the national anthem of Saudi Arabia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Spanish national anthem. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please to be seated. The AL-DIRIYAH corvette, which we are readying to launch, is the second of 5 ships under construction by Navantia for the Royal Saudi Naval Force and will become part of the Western Fleet Jeddah as soon as it is entered into service. AL-DIRIYAH is the name of this corvette that has been chosen by way of a homage to the original hometown of the House of Saud, the founding dynasty of the Emirate of Diriyah, known as the first Saudi state and from which Saudi Arabia, the nation, was born. Today, Riyadh and San Fernando have come together in an alliance that brings us this magnificent vessel. First, let's take a second to learn a little bit about the town of AL-DIRIYAH.
فالحكومة اتخذت اليوم قرار بأنه لا صفقة سلاح بدون محتوى محلي، فهذه فرصة ضخمة جدا لخلق صناعات كبيرة داخل المملكة، وأهم بند التصنيع العسكري.
The basis for Navantia's present contract for construction and delivery of corvettes is a consolidated design that combines the in-depth knowledge and experience garnered by Navantia in shipbuilding construction, along with the life cycle support learned and acquired from its collaboration with the Royal Spanish Navy. In addition, throughout the entire construction program, the Spanish Navy has provided full and essential support to the Royal Saudi Naval Force in areas to do with engineering and in training future crews. Exactly 14 months have passed since the day the first sheet was cut for the AL-DIRIYAH corvette. Let's sit back now and enjoy a time-lapse video of the full 14-month construction process. Distinguished guests, we now move on to our speech ceremony. Our first speaker will be Mr. Javier Herrador, Director of Navantia's Cadiz Bay Shipyards.
His Excellency, Commander of the Royal Saudi Navy, dear Government Delegate, dear Mayors, dear Admirals, Defense Attaché, dear Chairwoman of Navantia, dear CEO of SAMI, and dear authorities and dear guests. I would like to express my warmest welcome to this event that is very important for Navantia
San Fernando
shipyard. And especially thanks to all the guests from Saudi Arabia and from Spain that are also attending this event online. Today, we are celebrating another milestone in the Avante 2200 Corvette program for the Royal Saudi Naval Force, the launching of this second corvette. The launching of a vessel is always the most emotive occasion for a shipyard and navy. Today, this vessel will leave land to sleep gently to the sea, his natural environment. This image of steel coming to life and marking of his operational life has no parallel in other industry and represents a special feeling of pride that will stay on board forever. In order to make it possible, many professionals have been working very hard during the last weeks, as we will watch later on in the video launching inside, that we have created to show our guests this amazing maneuver and as a recognition to these workers for their effort in this stressful activity. Yet this launching is enormously evocative because from today on, the vessel will be named as AL-DIRIYAH. The name has chosen for this corvette pays tribute to the city the Al Saud royal family came from. This dynasty founded in the first Saudi state, which is the origin of the country. A very distinguished name for a magnificent surface combatant vessel that will present excellent seakeeping performance, a very high level of automation, will integrate a powerful combat system, and will have an outstanding level of survivability. A vessel that will be part of a program that highly contributes to Plan Vision 2030, creating a combat system sovereign capability in the kingdom through the joint venture Navantia. The development of Hassan as 100% Saudi tactical software will provide autonomy and flexibility to the Royal Saudi Naval Force. To build a second vessel of a series is always a challenge for a shipyard, and it's a challenge because we usually put all the focus in the first of class while allocating all the resources on it. But with the launching of this second corvette, we confirm that the program is being developed on schedule in accordance with initial requirements while achieving the highest standards of efficiency in the construction of all these units. At Navantia Bay of Cádiz, we are working very hard to ensure that the program is a big success. And we no doubt this is the result of the joint effort that made for all the stakeholders that are part of this program. For this reason, I would like to thank the Royal Saudi Naval Force team working with us from the beginning of the project, the Spanish Navy, who has an important role in the construction process and will play a very important role also in the training program, SAMI for trusting on us and being part of this very amazing project called SAMI Navantia, all the auxiliary companies that are working with us. A special thanks to all Navantia workers in Puerto Real, San Fernando shipyards, and Navantia Systems for your commitment and effort. And thanks to the Work Council for pushing this project and helping us to provide safety to everyone at this special situation of COVID-19 that we are unfortunately living. May the AL-DIRIYAH have always fair winds and following seas. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Herrador. Next, all the way from Riyadh, we welcome the commander of the Royal Saudi Naval Force, His Excellency Vice Admiral Fahad bin Abdullah Al-Khufayli.
Mayor of San Fernando, representative of national and regional government, His Excellency Admiral Teodoro Lopez Caldrén, Chief of Staff of the Spanish Navy, Honorable Mrs. Bartolome Lora, President of SEBI, Honorable Mrs. Belengolada Gonzalez, Chairwoman of Navantia, Mr. Jerry Anzerlo, CEO of the DIRIYAH Gate Development Authority, Civil and Military Authority, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Proudly, on this historical day, we are celebrating the launching of His Majesty ship AL-DIRIYAH, the second corvette of As-Sarawat project. Just in 4 months of the successful launching of the first ship, such achievement show a strong commitment of the Royal Saudi Naval Forces and our partner Navantia to maintain the program delivery schedule. HMS AL-DIRIYAH is named after the glorified city that encompasses the history of our nation, which has begun almost 300 years ago. Saudi state was born in AL-DIRIYAH with ambitious goals for endeavoring peace, prosperity, and build a better tomorrow for the nation, as well as establishing a strong and long-lasting relationship with all the world. In light of the Vision 2030, these goals are taking a new dimension, and Saudi Arabia G20 Summit is a true indication of overreaching these goals. HMS AL-DIRIYAH that we are launching today is the second of the series of the 5 corvettes of As-Sarawat project, a project that is acquired by Royal Saudi Naval Forces to enlarge its combat-ready capability in modern warfare and to ensure maritime security and navigation freedom in national and international waters. The achievement that we witness today indicate a clear dedication towards the successful accomplishment of As-Sarawat project, which is considered by the Royal Saudi Naval Forces a promising endeavor for a strategic partnership. I want to indicate that the launching of the second ship coincides with the beginning of the first crew training in Spain, another significant milestone of the project. Here, I would like to stress that the quality of the crew training is equally important as the quality of the manufacturing of the ship themselves. The final operation capability of the ship will not be reached without well-qualified personnel able to operate and maintain them. This will only be achieved through detailed planning and precise execution of the training program, to which I am sure that Navantia and the Spanish Navy are giving the highest priority. On this special occasion, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to our wise leadership for their utmost attention and unlimited support given to the Royal Saudi Naval Forces. Special thanks to Navantia Chairwoman, Mrs. Belen Golada, for Navantia ongoing commitments toward achieving successful accomplishment of the project. My sincere gratitude to Admiral Teodoro Lopez Guardian, Chief of the Staff of the Spanish Navy, for the significant role in the project, as well as the astonishing cooperation and support that the Spanish Navy always provide. I would like to thank CEO Sami Engineer Walid Abu Khalid for Sami's remarkable dedication and involvement on the project. I would like to thank the joint work team in charge of implementing this project from the Royal Saudi Naval Force and Navantia for their efforts and art in the managing project and operation, as we see their accomplishment made. Finally, I deliver my gratitude to men and women who works hard on the shipyard to reach the achievement we are witnessing today. And again, thank you all for being with us.
Thank you very much indeed, Commander. Thank you very much. Forgive me as I find my place here. That was Commander Al-Khafaili. And now, if I can turn this page, we will introduce the next speaker, who will be the Chief Executive of SAMI, Saudi Arabian Military Industries, Mr. Walid Abu Khalid. Thank you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Excellency Vice Admiral Fahd Al-Ghufaili, Mayor of San Fernando, representatives of national and regional governments, representatives of the Spanish Navy, Honorable Ms. Belen Gualda Gonzalez, Chairwoman of Navantia, Mr. Jerry Inzerillo, CEO of the DIRIYAH Gate Development Authority, civil and military authorities, distinguished guests, dear colleagues. Good afternoon to all of you, and thank you for taking part in this important milestone event. Following the successful launch of HMS Jubail, the first Avanti 2200 corvette, in July this year as part of the Al Sarawat project for the Royal Saudi Naval Forces, we are delighted to witness another major milestone with today's ceremonial launch of HMS DIRIYAH. This achievement also represents a significant breakthrough in our commitment to serving the Royal Saudi Naval Forces and to deepen our excellent, trustworthy partnership with Navantia. We will always be looking for ways to strengthening our partnership with our customers, partners, and suppliers. As you may have noticed in the video, the DIRIYAH represents a significant national symbol for Saudi Arabia. It is the hometown of the House of Saud and served as the capital of the first Saudi state in 1744. DIRIYAH was known as the capital of culture and science and became a destination for intellectuals and shining jewel at the center of the Arabian Peninsula. We thank the DIRIYAH Gate Authority for their superb support. The DIRIYAH Gate Development Authority is a local entity that is working toward preserving DIRIYAH's history, celebrating its community, and developing the historic site into one of the world's greatest gathering places and a hub for Saudi culture, heritage, and tourism. I cannot stress enough how significant this achievement is. Our overarching target at SAMI is to support the localization of 50% of the kingdom's military spending. The Al-Sarawat project will enhance local capabilities in line with the goals of the Saudi Vision 2030. HMS Diriyah and all other Royal Saudi Naval Forces corvettes will be equipped with the first fully developed Saudi combat management system under the name of HAZM. This system brings indigenous capabilities that is considered the first of its kind in the Middle East. And this will be under the Al-Sarawat project in order to meet the Royal Saudi Naval Forces combat and defense requirements. On that note, please allow me to express my sincere appreciation to our wise leadership for their ongoing support, without which we would not be able to accomplish all these significant achievements. On behalf of SAMI, I would like to offer special thanks to His Excellency Vice Admiral Fahd Al-Ghufayli and the Saudi Ministry of Defense for entrusting SAMI with this important project. And finally, I thank everyone in attendance today and those who are following us via live streaming. I wish you all a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abu Khaled. Now it's the turn of the Chief of Staff of the Spanish Navy, Admiral Teodoro López Calderón.
Good afternoon, President of Navantia, Government Delegate in Andalusia, Mayors of San Fernando, Mayors of Puerto Real, Commander of the Royal Saudi Naval Forces, Director of the Navantia San Fernando Puerto Real Shipyard, SAMI's Chief Executive Officer, ladies and gentlemen. I would first like to thank the President of Navantia for inviting me to participate in this important and exciting event. As the Spanish maritime ceremonial says, the launching of a ship is one of the most joyful occasions for the Navy. And so it is on this occasion, since, although corvette AL-DIRIYAH will not become part of the Spanish Navy, she will be a standard of the Marca España, a Spain brand, an outstanding example of the Spanish naval industry. In addition, this corvette is also the result of the traditional ties of friendship and mutual understanding that unite Saudi Arabia and Spain. I would also like to acknowledge the great effort made by Navantia to minimize the effects of the crisis derived from COVID-19 in the implementation of the Avanti 2200 shipbuilding program. The program is characterized by a firm commitment to technological innovation applied to the naval field and is an unmistakable example of Navantia's capability to face technological challenges, which is the only way to maintain its competitiveness in the demanding international naval market. Likewise, I would like to take this opportunity to convey to Admiral Fahd Al-Ghufayli, Commander of the Royal Saudi Naval Forces, the Spanish Navy's commitment to this comprehensive naval project, which goes beyond shipbuilding and covers areas such as education, operational training, or monitoring and inspection of the shipbuilding process. A little more than 10 days ago, we received at the Arsenal of Cadiz the first crew group of corvette Al-Jubail, and we are taking extreme hygienic sanitary measures to welcome next May the rest of the first crew in a safe environment, while maintaining the expected quality in the training so that it will be a really fruitful period for the group, even if the health crisis situation persisted. I would like to thank the Royal Navy of Saudi Arabia for having placed its trust in the Spanish Navy to oversee the execution of this ambitious and pioneering naval program. Though this is the first time that the Spanish Navy has embarked on such a far-reaching naval project, I am convinced that our navigation will be successful. I won't extend myself further, as I am aware that time is pressing and the tide does not wait. I wish corvette AL-DIRIYAH and her future crews the best of luck in fulfilling their mission and carrying out their tasks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Admiral. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we're pleased to welcome the Spanish Foreign Affairs Minister, Ms. Arantxa González Laya.
It's my honor to be given the opportunity to say a few words on the occasion of the launch of this C547 AL-DIRIYAH corvette, built by the Spanish company Navantia for the Royal Saudi Navy. It's the second of a contract of 5 corvettes. I would have loved to be there physically with you. Unfortunately, the pandemic prevents us from doing it physically. I nevertheless wish to make 2 very short remarks. The first one is to stress the very close relationships enjoyed by Spain and Saudi Arabia, especially in the field of trade and investment. And this corvette today is an excellent example of this relationship, which we hope will continue to grow from strength to strength. The second remark I would wish to make is the excellent quality and the excellence of the Spanish company Navantia, a leader in the sector, recognized internationally for its quality, excellence, and technology. Again, a relationship between Navantia and the Saudi Royal Navy that we also hope would grow from strength to strength. I wish you a great day, and I hope to be able to witness with my own eyes the launch of the 3rd corvette soon. Goodbye.
Thank you, Minister. Our closing speaker will be the chairwoman of Navantia, Ms. Belén Gualda.
Querida delegada del Gobierno, querida Sandra, querida alcaldesa de San Fernando y de Puerto Real, querida presidenta de la Diputación de Cádiz, dear Admiral, dear authorities, dear guests, welcome to the launching ceremony of corvette AL-DIRIYAH for the Royal Saudi Naval Force. Thank you for joining us during this very significant event. Today, we celebrate a very important milestone for Navantia, the launching of one of our ships, the 2nd corvette for the Royal Saudi Naval Force. Despite having only been in the company for a few weeks, I am aware of the high value of this contract for Navantia. I fully support it. Under the exceptional circumstances that we are facing due to global pandemic, I would like to convey my sincere gratitude to the program team, both in Spain and in Saudi Arabia. Thank you for your dedication and effort to jointly minimize the consequences of COVID and to achieve the best product in the best possible schedule. This unique ship, with superb capacities, is the result of the solid and long-lasting relationship between Spain and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much to the Royal Saudi Naval Force and our partner SAMI for your continuous confidence and support. I would like to thank the Spanish Navy and Ministry of Defense for the important work and collaboration to make this program a success, and welcome the Saudi Arabian Navy personnel. Special gratitude to the Minister of Foreign Affairs for her support in today's event. Thanks to Navantia staff, the local industry, the industrial and technological partners, and the continued support of the Bay of Cádiz authorities. We will keep working hard to guarantee the achievement of the next milestone of this program, key in the company's strategic plan. Navantia is and will continue to be a reliable Saudi Arabian partner through the life of these vessels and for future opportunities to come. The Corvette project and the future programs for the Royal Saudi Naval Force are a highest priority in our international strategy to contribute to the Kingdom Plan Vision 2030. Thank you all and see you in the next launching ceremonies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gualda. Thank you very much indeed. This speech by the head of Navantia rounds off this segment of today's ceremony. As we move on, it is with great pleasure that I would invite all those present to enjoy this next video on the final preparations that came prior to the launch process. See how, in line with an age-old tradition, and by way of keeping alive historical shipbuilding crafting techniques, the corvette sits atop the slipway. Note how the vessel is basically delicately poised on a very fine rim, as all other structural support systems have already been pulled back. Now, once the launch mechanism is activated, a system of pulleys is all it will take for the ship to slide backwards, we hope, and initiate its unstoppable descent towards its first immersion into the sea. So I think it's time to rejoin the launch ceremony. We'll imagine all the work these fellas and ladies have done in preparing for this moment. This launch ceremony we prepare for the moment now where live from Riyadh, His Excellency will... Do we have a connection with Riyadh? Kike? Thank you. Yes, His Excellency Vice Admiral Fahad bin Abdullah Al Khafaili will be pressing the button, and that'll send a bottle filled with holy water from Mecca, I'm going to need some, crashing against the hull of the corvette. It's the moment we've all been looking forward to, and there isn't one among us probably who's not very proud and thrilled at what we're about to witness. So without more ado, we'll hand over to Riyadh as we put the launch into Vice Admiral Al-Khafaili's capable hands. There it is, indication that he has hit the button. Thank you. Thank you, Vice Admiral. That was a fine event, indeed. Magnificent sight. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed with the exchange, the institutional exchange of gifts. If you want to take your seats, you're very welcome to. An amazing sight. I'm sure you'd rather watch that for a while. We don't see that every day. So, if I could invite the chairwoman of Navantia, Ms. Gualda, to join us on stage for the gift ceremony, if you could take your place up there, and the representative of the Saudi Arabian Embassy, Mr. Al-Khafaili, please, if you could join her. Thank you very much. The exchange of gifts will now take place. Thank you both. Now, if I could ask, please, that Mr. Gonzalo Mateo join us here, Director of Navantia Operations and Business Affairs, and Mr. Abdullah Mohammed Al-Dayel, acting on behalf of SAMI, the Saudi Arabian Military Industries. Please approach, if you could. Thank you very much. Mr. Abdullah Mohammed Al-Dayel will be receiving delivery of a gift for SAMI Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Walid Abu Khalid. Thank you. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Now, once again, we connect with Riyadh, where the Commander of the Royal Saudi Naval Force, His Excellency Vice Admiral Fahad bin Abdullah Al-Khafaili, and SAMI Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Walid Abu Khalid, will be delivering gifts of their own to the Navantia Director, Mr. Juan Manuel Garcia, and the delegate out in the region. They will be receiving delivery of a gift on behalf of Chairwoman of Navantia, Ms. Belen Guala. Once again, thank you, gentlemen. And before we move on, I must thank you all out in Riyadh for your help in making this AL-DIRIYAH launch broadcast such a success. Thank you very much indeed for everything. And now to close this launch ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we call the great family photograph. I will be calling out dignitaries. If you could come out one by one and take your place, I will be very grateful to proceed that with your names. Ms. Belén Gualda, Chairwoman of Navantia, could you come up front, please? Thank you very much. Brigadier General Khalid Al-Ghufaili, thank you very much, of the Royal Embassy of Saudi Arabia in Spain. Mr. Gonzalo Mateo, please, if you would join us up front. Thank you. Admiral-in-Chief of the Cadiz Bay Naval Base, Ricardo Hernandez, please. Thank you. And Mr. Javier Herrador, if you could come up and join us too. Thank you. And Captain Abdullah Al-Sheheri of the Royal Saudi Naval Force too. Thank you. Mr. José Antonio Rodríguez Poch, finally Director of the Navantia Avante 2200 Corvette program, if you could join us up front. The family photograph, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you, Minister. Our closing speaker will be the Chairwoman of Navantia, Ms. Belén Gualda. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you all very much indeed. If you want to lead back to your seats. There's just one person I'll be asking to stay, Ms. Belén Gualda, who'll be here. A continuación, damas y caballeros, llamamos para una segunda foto de familia a las siguientes autoridades. Presidenta de Navantia, delegada del Gobierno, por favor, si se sumara. La alcaldesa de San Fernando también, por favor. La presidenta de la Diputación de Cádiz. Muchísimas gracias. La alcaldesa de Puerto Real, la delegada de la Junta de Andalucía, thank you, Alardiz, director de operaciones de Navantia y el director del astillero, formando así una nueva foto de familia. Gracias. Thank you very much indeed. Gracias a todos. HMS AL-DIRIYAH, the corvette, is afloat, and the stage is now set for the ship to be fully readied for its maiden voyage and for it to join the Western Fleet Jeddah in active service. We've reached the end of the ceremony, so just one thing, before you leave, ladies and gentlemen, remember to ensure that everyone's well-being is still in our minds. Keep a safe distance from other guests. Leave in an orderly fashion. Thank you very much indeed. We would like you all to know that we've been very grateful for your attendance tonight. We wish you a pleasant and safe afternoon. Damas y caballeros, cuando abandonen el podio, no olviden las distancias de seguridad y muchísimas gracias a todos por acudir esta tarde. Have a very good afternoon. Muy buenas tardes. Thank you.